Hi, do you know that 90% of all markets are operated by smart money? Learn to think like smart money. Use volume spread analysis. Invest or trade by following the smart money. iVSAchart analytics will 1. Identify exactly when to buy, when to sell, and what to buy and avoid. 2. Maximize profits and minimize risks. And 3. Give trading or investing edge you need now. Try it now. Free trial available.
Alright, welcome to another Friday iVSA Chart Clinic dating 5th of June 2015. As usual with our Be a Better iVSA Trader campaign, we continue here to teach you how to fish. That's right, we teach you how to fish, and in our mini workshop, which is the KL event on this coming Sunday, we have a 3-hour mini workshop that actually teach you how to do that precisely. So if you have time and we have still seats available, this workshop is free of charge. We don't charge anything, and we're doing it in KL, okay, in Starbucks, okay, TTDI on KL in here. So please contact Zach, those of you who wants to come, and if you have friends, let them know. Please bring friends along in here. It's a very small community that we have in here, and we want to teach you how to look for some shares that will definitely make you create wealth. Okay, that's what the intention we want to do, is to teach you how to fish and look for some stocks to buy for next week, and to do this more on the regular basis. Now the mini workshop will be done at least once every 3 weeks. So if you have friends or colleagues who would like to learn how to do this simple way of investing, which is what we call master the market. Master the market. And what we want you to do, if you have never traded before, we will teach you how to trade, because in our 3-hour mini workshop, in simple terms, we will tell you how the smart money manipulate the market as we want to buy together with the market. Okay, that's one of the things we want to do in this junction in here. Today there's not much on my topic of discussion of Friday Chart Clinic. Perhaps you want me to look at some stocks. Please let me know, send it to me now. As of nowadays, I'm just going to look over to our platform which is available. It's our Singapore platform, where we can look at the Singapore stocks here, which is iVSAchart 2. The iVSA user won't get it yet, because this one is the one that we are promoting to Singapore and also to Hong Kong market. So you can see in here, if you look for China Light Power, you can see that's a lot of Chinese stocks here. So I just want to showcase some of these overseas chart in here. This is DBS. Okay, let me just, do I have this? Yep, you can see China in here. So it's together with China, Hong Kong stock, because Hong Kong is really doing well. I think one of the stocks I really want to show you is Alibaba. I think it's no. Oh, they have. Do they have Alibaba here? I came across as one stock was in Alibaba. It also has Australia too. We have Australia, Singapore, and okay. So let's try China. China Mobile. Okay, so China Mobile. I think it's in here somewhere. Okay. So I just want to show you that we're very excited about this, and we can get it running now. I think I came across China Mobile here. So you can see I'm scrolling down China Mobile. Yep, that's a 0924. This is listed in Hong Kong, and you can see in here really, iVSA can also be applied to the Hong Kong market. We do see a big boom coming in here. So I just want to show you China. Now remember, we have a nice run here. Subsequently got uptrust, million market sell-off in here, but guess what, we got tests here. Okay, we got tests, and this was June the 3rd, so it's not fully updated yet. We still need to update this. June 3rd, June 4th will be the other one. The Hong Kong market. Let me just show Singapore market. The Singapore market will be the Singapore Exchange. You can update that. You can see Singapore Exchange has fell off the cliff, and that's why we got signed off. And if you use the ATR stop loss, Also the thing market just break off too. Also very similar, we have the 18-day line change for the SGX. Show you here too. So you can see on the 4th, very similar to the line changes, is the ease of use is relatively the same, and we can look at typically all kinds of stock here. So iVSAchart can do that too. This AS, oh, it does have Australia in here. AS is Australia, SG is my tech person, they actually fix it up. I really haven't looked at it yet. So I got Australia here. Yeah, I got a lot of Australia here. Prophecy. I got some SGX or not. Okay, maybe I need to segregate the SGX in here. Okay, Yaoi Group. Okay, Riverstone. Yeah, finally Riverstone is in here too. Okay, you can see this is a nice line change. Riverstone is definitely in there. So that's how you are seeing the market as it is now. Right, so it's really exciting now because we can put this into the iVSA, right, and make it available for all, I suppose so, right? So one of the things I may want to talk about today, in short, is about the market, the KLSE market. Okay, this is the Bursa market. Okay, this is the Bursa market. As you can see, let me just make a note of here. Okay, so you can see in here the market has started to turn bearish here. You can see this is the part in here. We really haven't done that much. Look at 2 years. Okay, if you look at 2 years, we have for the first time, you know, it starting to turn bearish. And typically when this thing turns bearish, you can see that we have it in here. It just sort of moves sideways for a while, okay, and then only finally turn higher here. Okay, so that's based on the trend that we have here, right? Of course, on the shorter term, you can see that too. So here we have market started to turn, but what we are likely to see now that this is a test. Now, once the test is confirmed, that's what in our 3-hour workshop, what we want to do is actually teach you some of the patterns that we actually look at, the tests of supply. So this is the first test, and typically when we have a test, when it's confirmed, right, market can move higher, like what we see in here. Not before, if the market is do see sell. Now we have a 2-bar reversal in here, a line change, and then followed by a 2-bar reversal, just to break the weakness down in here. So we could see the weakness was coming in here, just as we thought the market could break through the 1860. Yeah, we got the 2-bar reversal coming in, market subsequently go down a lot more. So that's a prognosis in here. Going in here, what we think is likely to happen, the market is likely to move more of a sideways. We do break above the 1750 in here, then we can see this market resume to going back to the upside. All right. So I want to analyze some stocks now. If you have any stocks you want me to look at, because this is a stock chart clinic in here. We did last Wednesday we did have our webinar training, iVSA webinar training, and I did say I can't remember what stock. Let me just look at my old folder here, where it was. Carol, you remember what stock we were looking at last Wednesday? Evergreen. Oh, okay. Yeah, Chan, thanks a lot. Evergreen. So let's look at Evergreen here. Evergreen Wednesday was May 20. No, this one is not updated. I have to get back to here, because this one is on the develop. Okay. Just go back to here. Was it Evergreen? Yep. Okay, let's look at Evergreen Fiberboard on last Wednesday. It's coming up now. Okay, Wednesday was here. Yeah, we got an upthrust. Well, market continued to go higher slightly in here. Still turning green. You can see this nice range here. So that's what explains it. And okay, we got some stocks now. Integrated Logistics. Okay, good. We're gonna be examining all these stocks. Okay, Evergreen, Integrated Logistics. Okay, Xinguan, Sunway, and KPSC. Okay, good. We want to look at these stocks here. So let's look at the next stocks that we have here. Is Integrated Logistics. Now, Integrated Logistics was very interesting. If you can see, let's go back to this bar here. We have our ultra high volume in here, right? Ultra high volume in here. Market didn't go much. Sometimes I do believe all these are just one-off transaction. Okay, we didn't have any volume in here. We have a 2 bar in here, sell off, and it reversed back. So at this bar, you can see also volume is trading above 5K. Now this is not a very high volume counter. Integrated Logistics is just doing around 68 cents in here. Typically, when the market did try to break up on the line change in here, this was a good one. It did have a nice volume into it. This was a test, so we did confirm in here. So for today, which is the June 5th, market is still holding up above the low of this bar in here. We can see the market is sort of tapering off now. Volume is definitely getting lower in here, right? So that showing means there are no selling. Okay, there are no selling in here, not heavy selling, and the volume trading is very low. That means the smart money are not interested to sell. So that's good. You got test, and once typically if you learn the confirm test is been completed, once we take out this test here, then the market can resume back an uptrend. Okay, then once it's a test, because a lot of time when we see tests, we see tests, the smart money will try to mark the price back lower. We'll try to mark the price back lower, but if you don't see a breakdown, that is subsequently means good, means it's just going to be holding. Let me give an example in here. If I do see, this is what I mean, a test. Okay, the market could not go, but once it confirmed taking over the closing, that's why we see this beginning of an uptrend in here. Trend wise, the Integrated Logistics also, you can see the so-called 200-day moving is also moving up higher. Volume is coming. One way to look at it, we can also switch to a weekly chart. You can see this is, we got a spring. Anybody know what a spring is? SP. Anybody know what a spring is? Anybody know what a spring is? Okay. Spring is like a mini shakeout. It's like a mini shakeout. What it does is washes down to 74 cents, shake out a lot of the weekend holder, and then move the stock back up. So it's one of the activity that is used by smart money to flush out. So like you see here, spring, immediately have a mini shakeout. Yeah, it's ready to run up. So on the weekly chart, it's much better. You can see it more visually, right, compared to a daily chart. So sometimes it's also good to look at it from the, and like it or not, it does pay a 4% dividend yield, although it is still a losing play altogether. Market cap is not fantastic. It's only about 141 million, as we can see now in here. Volume is only about 600. So that hasn't been that fantastic. This is so-called, that's for today. Okay, so let me switch it to today's. Am I correct? Yeah. Today is only 600, so it's volume. Sometimes it's very difficult to see, so it's also a good thing to just switch on to a weekly chart. Okay, so next stock we want to look at is also Xinguan. Now Xinguan, we have the thing broke through in here, but towards the end we have line change here. Let me just go through bar by bar in here. Here we have volume coming in here, overtaking line in here, and then we subsequently market move higher, but notice the volume here was much lower than the previous volume. That means there were some anticipated market makers coming in terms of sell, and then finally it did came off. We have this, it does look like an uptrust, but on the IVSA, sometimes because of the nature of the bar, look at this, right? Volume did come in here, and then we found the market. Today we have a breakdown in here. Xinguan profit taking did come in. The market couldn't go high. You notice this high here, which is the what was this high? High was 69 cents. It couldn't go higher. Market closed back on high volume. If you have iVSA, shorter term, that tells you that the smart money are trying to flush out in here. Again, remember, we try to keep the trade as much as possible in here. This volume is still high. Market is down 5% in here, but it hasn't hit our ATR stop loss. Okay, so you can see we are still pretty much better. A lot of time market goes higher. You can see in here coming down, and remember also China, we do see a bit of sell-off today. Am I correct? Let me look at China market. Shanghai, oh no, Shanghai is up today. Shanghai is up 1.54% in here. Probably that is also due to profit taking in here, right? It does happen. The market try to go higher in here, and we likely to have right, what we call a follow through, but we still have a bit of support around this part. Okay, let's look at Sunway. Now Sunway has met, it's sort of going up on a very low bar here. You can see in here it's just trending in here. So this typically in VSA we do call this moving up on very low volume. Sometimes it's called there's no demand. Okay, but even though there's no demand in here, the subsequent bar, if we do see a follow through in here, then we can see this right would be right off as a failed no demand. A failed no demand means there was no sell off, but subsequently we have the market going higher here. At this point there's not much of an edge because it's still ranging between 340 to 350 in here, still trading below the 200-day moving average. We have the market selling off in here. So that's all we can say from this moment. There's not much of an edge going forward. Volume in here are relatively low, which is trading somewhere between 13,000 only in here, but it does pay a good dividend around 3%, and the return on equity is about 13%. So that's the good side of it. Okay, the 2 bar and UT coming for Xinguan. Yeah, let's go back and look at Xinguan here. Now this one in here, we don't have much because the trend has already turned green here. Notice this trend in here. This is probably due to profit taking in here, but very importantly we don't have a heavy sell-off that we have in here, and also don't forget today KLCI also went a bit lower. A lot of time the market will sort of congest and just move sideways like what we did in here. You can see the volume coming down, right, and then it stabilized in here. This is what the market is trying to do, trying to stabilize in here, right, moving sideways going forward here. It does do this kind of action a lot of time. Let's look at KPS. Okay, KPS consortium. Now again, that's why I said goes up, right, up volume. There's no really upthrust here. Like this one we have an upthrust because when the market tried to go higher, we got volume a bit lower here. Okay, the volume got a bit lower in here, but there was no follow through. There was no follow through in here. Market subsequently broke higher. Just like here we have an upthrust, right? There's no follow through on the sell side. Instead they took out the high. The same goes for in here. What we are seeing here are just we have 3% and 3% profit taking. As the market go higher, when the market try to break on low volume here, that's the tough part because market don't naturally go up in a straight line in here, right? That's what when we do our setup buying, we will always like to buy when the first occurrence of the line change here. This is the bar that you buy. When you buy it up here, if you switch on to percentage scale, the risk side is a bit higher. You can see subsequently if you buy up here 52 cents, you may have to put your stops down here. That's almost a 10% stop loss, and I generally don't want people to do that because you can get into a stage. Let me show you this in 1 month. You can see on the percentage scale, right, this move somewhere between 4% to 30%. You can see this is over 20% move. That's quite a fair bit of for KPS. So first line change, take out here. This is where you want to enter the 45 cents, okay, which is around 16, gone up to 26 cents here. So that's what we want to look at, right? So in here, there's nothing much. Market tends to low volume pullback. It's actually a good thing too. I wouldn't worry so much. It's not that much significant going forward here. All right. So we've done few of the stocks. Any one or two more stocks you want me to look at? Because this is an iVSA chart. Okay, Evergreen. Okay. OMG, probably not enough back data. Hwa okay, we done Evergreen just now. I think it came in. So look at Hwa now. Okay, let's look at Hwa here. I'm going to switch to this is a daily chart. Okay, we don't have a look back last 6 months. Hwa it's a nice run here we have. Okay, first line change was actually happening 134. That's where I like to enter. If you're entering here, that's a bit late. Okay, entering here is a bit late. Line change, we got test, confirm of a test, right? Or you can actually, there's also some saying that, hey, we try to be close. Okay, this to this is you can be very close to the 200-day moving average because the market just moves up nicely in here. Okay, you can see this is the part when you have the first line change, market just move up. And it's very important that at this stage the market must cross above the 200-day moving average, because there's always what we call gravitational or so-called pull by institutional just to make it to the 200-day moving average, and then it sort of failed off. It does happen a lot of time because line change, line change, line change, line change. Now switching back to 1 month, right? Now you could see there was no follow through in here, and market was down about 2% in here. It's important that it crosses above the 200-day moving average, then we do see this, because now the market is also on very weak grounds. Remember, it's on very weak ground, so a lot of things can happen too. Okay, there's another stocks someone want me to look at. Okay, I'll take one more stocks and then we'll probably end it. Can you show a chart with the best condition to enter for newbies? You're no longer a newbie, Carol. Right? That one we will cover probably. Yeah, I'm not. That's right. For new people, not on this. This one we will do for a good. We will cover that on our mini workshop. Okay. For those of you who want to do a best thing, come for the workshop. We will have more time to do because we only have so-called 20 minutes to do this. Okay. Asia Pac, yeah, ASEAN Pac. Now this one was last week. It did jump off in here, then came back down to just distribute here. This was a very wicked one. Yeah. Remember the buy signal in here. We want to take out the high. It didn't take out the high. It just suddenly moved on. And this is very similar to Pan Malaysia. That's what when we want to buy when the beginning of a stage 1 to a stage 2. Now this is what I talk about here. Okay. I look at 6 months. Yeah, you see here. So when we have a line change, we want to take out this high. So at the beginning of a stage 1 to stage 2. That's something we cover on the Wednesday iVSA webinar training. Okay. So those of you fitters, we won't have time to do all of them. As I said before, we did the last one. Million. So if you are in KL, I highly encourage you to come to our mini workshop on the 7th of June, which is this Sunday. We run it once every 3 weeks. It's a 3-hour workshop, and we actually show you some of the setup and the sign of strength and how to go in, and we'll teach you how to fish. Okay? Are you from KL, Milian? Are you from KL? Oh, you reside in Australia. Okay. How do you get to know us about iVSA? How do you get to know us about iVSA, Milian? How do you get to know us? Oh, your account with UOB. Okay, good. Okay, that's interesting to know. All right, existing customers. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Never mind. We'll try to cover as much as possible. If those of you who really want to know more, try out the iVSA promotion that we have now. Those of you who's really keen to take it to the next level, all you gotta do is you can subscribe to the iVSA, for 3 months and try it out, and you can see the iVSA will definitely put you into the right track of all things. One of the reasons why we do this is just to showcase you. We have already good trading, good trading to improve your, and we have a lot of tutorial in here. It's only from Australia. It doesn't cost much. It's only a few $100s in here. And also we have our weekly iVSA webinar training to get everybody started in the right way. Okay, so make sure you catch those in here. So those of you who is interested, come to our iVSA mini workshop this Sunday in here. I hope to see you all there. Okay, else you can just sign up from our website. I'll show you how to do that. If you just log out in here, right, you can pricing here, right, so you can sign up, take the pro version, right, you can sign up for 3 months, which is about 500 ringgit. Okay, you can sign up in here, step 1, and you gotta put in all your address in here. So the pricing is 168 you times 3 months. Alright, so and subjected to a 6% GST tax. Alright, so with that I end the closing bell. Sorry, I end the iVSA chart clinic for the week 5th of June. I'll see you next week again. So those of you who is our iVSA subscriber, next Wednesday we'll meet up in our weekly Wednesday 8 to 8:45. With that, I thank you for your time. I'll see you later, people. Bye bye. Million word.